The agents of pollination. Agents of pollination are of two types, biotic and abiotic. Biotic means living, abiotic means non-living factors. Biotic agents of pollination usually include animals. Abiotic agents of pollination include air and water. Majority of the flowering plants utilize biotic agents of pollination to achieve pollination. A very small proportion of flowering plants use abiotic factors or agents to achieve pollination. Among all biotic agents, insects are the predominant ones. Among abiotic agents, pollination by air or wind is the most common type of pollination. Now, air or wind pollination. The plants which are pollinated by air or wind are rice, wheat, maize, grass, sugarcane, bamboo, etc. The main characteristics of air pollinated plants. You are supposed to learn the characteristics of their pollens, stamens, stigma, flowers. In air pollinated plants, the pollens are usually very light, dry, non-sticky, so that they are easily transported in the air currents. Air pollinated flowers have well exposed stamens, so that pollens are easily dispersed in the air. Air pollinated flowers have large feathery stigma, so that it can easily trap the airborne pollens. Large feathery stigma, so that it can easily trap airborne pollen grains. Air pollinated flowers usually have a single ovule inside each ovary. In air pollinated plants, numerous small flowers are packed into a compact structure called inflorescence. Inflorescence. It is a compact structure where very small flowers are clustered together. These are the main features of air pollinated plants. Now, pollination by water. Before that, you look at the corn, that is the maize plant. This picture shows well exposed stamens. Look at the corn cob, the tassels which wave in the air, white and silky tassels of the corn cob. They are actually stigma and style. They wave in the air to trap airborne pollen grains. This is the maize plant which is pollinated by air. Now, pollination by water. Pollination by water is very rare. It is limited to about 30 genera, mainly monocot plants. You have learned in class 11 some lower plants like algae, bryophytes and pteridophytes. They do not have pollination because they are not flowering plants. They do not produce seeds and fruits. But these three are dependent on water for transportation of gametes before fertilization to occur. Mainly bryophytes and pteridophytes, they grow in moist, damp, cool places because they cannot grow in dry environment. They are dependent on moisture for transportation of gametes. Water pollination occurs in Hydrilla, Vallisneria, Zostera. Hydrilla, Vallisneria, freshwater, submerged plant. Zostera, marine seagrass. There are some aquatic plants which do not use water as a pollinator, like lotus, water lily, water hyacinth, because though they grow in plant water, their flowers remain above the level of water. In these plants, the flowers emerge above the surface of water. So their flowers are pollinated by either air or insects, not by water. These are not water pollinated plants. Now the main characteristics of water pollinated plants are, in water pollinated plants, the pollens are long and ribbon like. Pollens are covered by mucilaginous covering to protect them from wetting in water. Pollens are without exine. Pollens are passively carried by currents of water. You have to learn pollination in Vallisneria, pollination in Zostera. There is a difference between the two. In Vallisneria, the pollens are released on the surface of water. Pollens are released on the surface of water and they are carried towards the stigma, which remain at the surface of water. But in Zostera, seagrass, the female flowers remain underwater, so pollens are released inside water. Pollination occurs inside water. But in Vallisneria, pollens are released at the surface of water.